Good morning. I am servant. I am Pisces. A hook. That's what they call this. A hook. The unfaithful servant. And I know most people don't understand that. And isn't that a shame that it's not understood? I told you yesterday that I'd give you, how to get your bucket full, how to perceive, and how to get anything and everything that you ever wanted. The point that somebody wanting to say that, okay, for $69.95 you can get this gift, but you have to pay for it first. I don't believe that. Okay, I never have. I don't know what that would even curtail, but I see them on there all the time. You have to understand that everybody's walked away so far away from the actual gift they have. Look, you look back in the Greeks, every one of them had a job, okay? Then they had people running around on the street corner. Hey, I'll tell you how to do that for $69.95. Then you had your soothsayers. Let me project this for you. This is how it's going to be. It's real. That's just the way it's going to look. I'm kind of poking fun at you. Understand, you're children of God. It's not what you have to pay for. It's a gift that's free. It is so free, okay? And the way you perceive it, the way you get to it, the way you justify how it is, there's no justification. It's just faith. Understand that. Okay. The eagle flies, but he only flies by one day because by the end of the day, he'll starve to death. Okay? Because he hasn't went by and paid his electric bill. Does that make any sense? All right. Here comes a grizzly bear. He hasn't went shopping in a week. Okay? His icebox is bare. Okay? Or his fridge. Or his cooler. Whatever he's got. But he's going to be dead in a couple of days because he's going to starve to death. He don't have any money. Does that make any sense? The lily, like I said yesterday or last night, it grows. It stays in its season. Drop seed. Come back next year. Okay? Does it want for anything? Solomon, same thing. What does Solomon have much more than a lily? Nothing. The lily has it all. But guess what? It does not have any stripe. It doesn't have any thought. Oh, well, I got to pull up my roots and go to the store. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just, the understanding is everybody's been pushed so far south in the principality that y'all do not know who you are. Just call me Magi, okay? Understand what I'm telling you. The point of what's going on. The Father wants to spend time with you. This is not playtime. This is something that's serious. Whenever I went out to Kentucky and found that pagan, that was pretty well it for me. Father, you know what? We're going to have to raise the roof on this. We're going to have to raise the standard up just a little more. You don't know the truth about yourself. The witchy-woo-ha, the decrees, everything that's been pushed on you to actually get you to believe something completely different. You are one planet with the Father, okay? You're one-on-one. Spend some time with Him. and figure that out. Blessed is the servant who his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. But, and if the servant say in his heart, My Lord dealeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservant and the maidens, and eat and drink, and to be drunken, the Lord, the most high righteous love of the servant, will come in a day when he looketh not for him, at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him into sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. Simple enough read, but it's always the very last text. And he will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. The point of spending time with Father and getting your downloads, understanding what he's going to give you, well, like I said, most people don't know. They don't have a clue that everything you pay for is being subservient to Baal, to Satan, to Lilith, to all these entities, because you don't have faith. You walked away from faith. At any point in time that the Father decides to give you something, a glimpse, is the only time that you spent time with him. You may be blessed like me. You may understand that the world only evolves around the Father, not us around the world, okay? The point that you can sit down and you can say, okay, Father, this is what I'm going to do, and this is where I'm going to go, and this is what I'm going to do. Guess what? You got something more on your side than the government, okay? They don't want you to know this. They do not want you to understand this. Fluoride in the water. Good for your teeth. Hey, look. Understand that everything that they're doing is to keep you pushed down, docile and tame. Okay? I've never been tame a day in my life. Now, I've been humbled. The past 7 years, I got pretty humbled. But now I'm woke up, not woke as. So understand what I'm trying to tell you, people. You're the wonderful children of God. The Father has got you. Spend that time with him. Work on your precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. Find your footsteps. They're there in the testimonies. You look, you read, you will find your footsteps, okay? But understand that you need to spend time with the Father. Anything that you want, like I said about the tires, you need a set of tires. Guess what? You just completely forgot about when you asked Father for tires. But if it would have been, okay, Father, I got to pay the rent tomorrow. Father, that anxiety, you're not in vibration with the Father. You're not in energy level. You're not in frequency. You're not in all these things. And they say there's a frequency. And I do believe that, in a way. But I believe it more in energy. Energy is frequency, though. So I do understand protons, neutrons, electrons. And the point of understanding that you're down here in low frequency and you're going, I gotta have it, you're not going to get it, okay? If you fall to your knees with your open heart and the Father sees the truth in your heart, he will give it to you right then, okay? He will tell you where to go to maybe go get it. He may say, okay, you need to go to a friend. The affirmation, okay, that I'm trying to tell you is the thought that comes into your mind and it's clear. But you have to grab the thought as it's coming through, because once it gets past back here to the frontal lobe, it's gone. So understand, when you've got your eyes closed, you need to pay attention. very close attention, because it's going to come through. You will see things, okay? You will understand who the Father is. You spend that time with him, and he's going to start giving you things that you can't even imagine. Well, today, I will probably shoot out around lunchtime the secondary part of why don't I prosper, Father? And look here, this is not so much for the Richie Rich. Maybe you do know the Father. Maybe you did do your due diligence with the Father. Maybe you didn't. But you got to understand that how this transitional trade is going on right now. The point of the promises from God. If you don't think that they're true, okay, then you got a problem. Spend time with the Father. You won't have problems. He'll answer all your answers. You read your precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. Find your footsteps. Understand what he's trying to tell you. And you will get an understanding. I promise he will tell you what's going on. But understand that we have been here for how many generations? Which one was the best generation? Which one was the most prosperous? Which one was the most ugliest? Which one was the most detriment to society? Look, this is the most ugliest time I guess I've ever seen in my life. And I've just been woke up in it. I walked a completely different path compared to what this world's about today. Understand that you have to stay with the Father, and you got to stay in it to win it. And everybody says, well, I want to do this or I want to do that. I want you to understand that it says in the Bible, in the good book, in the Word of God, that everybody should be of like mind. That doesn't mean that a guy that picks peaches for a living needs to come and do rocket science. Okay? Like mind means understanding the Father's Word, understanding the precepts, commandments, testimonies, and statutes. That's what that means. Going to church, doing the right thing. Now, you know, all you guys out there that want to do the other realm, it's falling to stave. If you hear my voice now, you see it's falling. Father put me here for a reason, and I'm here to deliver it one way or another, good or bad. So understand that no weapon forged against me shall prosper. I've been through it. Now understand that the Father's got something that he's trying to give everybody at this time. He's trying to give them abundance. Okay? Jubilee. So, as I sit here and keep going on and on and on about the Father, you are the most wonderful people in the world. You're the children of God. Okay? Don't make the mistake and try to play in somebody else's pocket or other field. Understand, ask permission. Understand that the point of, if you're doing something out of bounds that does not have nothing to do with Christianity or your Father or with Jesus, then guess what? The pagan worshiping, all the devil worshiping, all the Satan worshiping, look here, that's over. It's falling to staves. So remember, people, judgment's coming. And it's coming in a big way. So understand, spend time with the Father. He loves you very much. I love you very much. I want everybody to prosper as much as I do. Okay? So anyways, I got you at almost 15 minutes. It's not too bad this morning. But I'll try to shoot out the other part of prosperity around lunchtime. But remember this. The Father has you. Okay? Jesus on your lips, Father in you. Legions of angels. I am servant. I am Pisces. Have a good one.